Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be going over a roadmap that Plarium has kind of soft released to the community. I'm going to go over that and kind of talk about some upcoming content that it looks like Plarium has shared with us. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so I will actually have this down in the video description, but I will pull up this image. I actually downloaded it, so it's on my computer, and I've got it open right here, and just kind of screen sharing it to my monitor. But yeah, I'll zoom in on this, and what this is it's kind of like a roadmap of upcoming content that you can expect to be added to the game. And right now it is kind of vague. They're just kind of throwing this out there, and you know, even me, who's kind of in the moderator chat channels, I don't really know a whole lot about this. So you know, a lot of the content providers and moderators, you know, we don't know a lot, but I'm going to go over it as best as I can and kind of give you guys an update on what you can expect and kind of go over it here with you. So this is kind of my first impressions, but so I'll zoom in so it's easier to see. New artifacts. It looks like this has already hit live. Looks like they made this, but this has already hit live because we can see that it says new artifacts and it's got these 6 stars. We just got 6-star artifacts about 2 or 3 weeks ago, so it looks like that part has already hit live. It looks like the next priority is new faction, and then we can see this is the banner of the Dwarves, and we actually already have that in game. If we go to the index, we can see that banner down here. So they're already kind of hard teasing that it's in the game tangibly. It's just we're waiting for the champions to be added to that index. So that is kind of cool. And then as we move over, this gets to the point where it's another thing that we've seen. The desktop version, we've seen some kind of screenshots released of, you know, Raid being played on a PC. Instead of an emulator being used like Nox Player or Bluestacks, it was an actual PC client of Raid Shadow Legends, which is epic if they're able to do that soon, because a lot of people love to kind of play on their computer, and this would just streamline that so much better instead of having to go through an emulator, because I know for some people it's buggy, it crashes, it doesn't perform well, it lags, it stutters. So to have an actual desktop version would be epic, and it's really good to get even more confirmation that that is coming. So that is really cool, and I'm excited for that personally. Now we get to another thing. As we progress along the map here, we've got Faction Wars, which is also teased in-game. If we go to Battle and we scroll over, we can see Faction Wars here. And this is something that has been in the game since I started playing, you know, months ago. So that is also currently in the game, and we kind of already knew about. So it looks like we're going to be getting the faction, then the desktop version fairly soon. And then after that, the priority is going to shift towards Faction Wars, which I am excited for, because Faction Wars is going to be absolutely paramount to the long-term health of the game, in my opinion. Faction Wars, if I had to guess, is going to be a certain mechanic where you are incentivized to have very diverse armies. You know, to have a good Bannerlords team, a good High Elves team, a good Undead team. It'll really, you know, help players have more incentive than just developing 5 or 6 champions. You're going to have to develop 40 or 50. So Faction Wars is going to be amazing for the long-term growth and health of the game. Now we get to stuff that hasn't really been teased at all before. Glyphs. A glyph is like a hieroglyphic image. It's usually like a pictogram, something that represents something. So a glyph is probably going to be, you know, if you play games, something similar to like a rune, something that either makes a skill stronger or an artifact stronger or a champion stronger. A glyph is probably going to be an item that enhances something. So, you know, that's something that is brand new that I'm just kind of finding out about today. So yeah, I'm excited for that. It's more things to kind of work towards in progressing our champions and our roster to be stronger. Then, as we keep going, we see Platinum tier, and then we've got a picture of like a Coliseum. So this is probably going to be something with the Arena. Currently, the Arena maxes out at Gold 4. This is probably going to be a next tier of ranking, Platinum. So it's probably going to go Platinum 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is definitely needed in my opinion. You know, gold is kind of saturated with too many players. We need that next tier to really separate the absolute GG teams and put them in a separate platinum area, so that will be good. And I hope it also comes with like a ranking leaderboard where we can actually see the point counts of the top players in the game. So I hope a leaderboard of some sorts, like a top 1,000 like there is for clans, maybe a top 1,000 players comes with a platinum tier. That would be really cool. Battle Pass is another brand new thing. Obviously, all of these things are from here on out on the roadmap are going to be brand new. Battle Pass is probably going to be some sort of in-game mechanic. We can see there's a little ticket that says Season 1. You're probably going to get certain rewards for participating in Season 1, and you're going to get rewards based on how far you get. It's probably going to be certain objectives for Season 1, and it's just going to be another sort of just objective and direction for players to complete something to get rewards. Then we see Void Dungeon, and this is probably in the game already in terms of like the aesthetics. Right here, this is probably the Void Dungeon. This dungeon here that says hidden with the padlock. We can see it's got a purple shard kind of on top, so it kind of looks like Void. I would assume that's what this is going to be. So that's probably going to be the Void Dungeon that comes after the Battle Pass. And what it's probably going to be is like a never-ending battle, or it has a bunch of different bosses or floors you have to progress through, and then you get rewarded based on how far you can get in it, or you pay an amount of gems to participate. And how far you get determines your... I don't know, I'm just speculating, but it's going to be some sort of like dungeon crawler, I would assume, where you really test your capabilities to the max and your overall utility, and it throws a bunch of different things at you, and it sees how well you can do. Tag Team Arena. This is probably going to be some sort of like a 2 versus 2 type of thing, where you can play with friends or clanmates or something. Tag team usually refers to like a wrestling match where somebody's wrestling or fighting, and then they get tired and they tag a partner to go in for them, something like that. So it's probably going to be some sort of allied arena battle that you can do with friends or clanmates. So definitely interested in that, and that should be really cool. Then we see another faction after the Dwarves. So this will be the second new faction we get after the Dwarves, which are supposed to be coming soon. I don't really know what this looks like. It looks like the head of a bull or something. So maybe like a Minotaur faction or something. It definitely looks like a head of like a bull or a horse or something like that. So and it looks like it's on fire or something. So very interesting there. I can't really say for sure that I know what that is, but definitely more factions is always a good thing. And then a new clan boss, and this looks like kind of a snake-headed Medusa type clan boss. So maybe the clan boss will alternate, kind of like how the potion dungeons alternate depending on the day. Maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be or maybe like during the week will be one clan boss, and then the weekend will be this like snake-headed Medusa clan boss that'll have different mechanics. So you'll have to develop kind of 2 different clan boss teams based on the certain mechanics. Maybe this one, the current clan boss we have is solely based on like, there's no AoE needed. It's just one clan boss. Maybe this Medusa clan boss spawns a bunch of snakes or something that are constantly coming at you. So you need a bunch of AoE. So it's kind of a different mechanic than the current clan boss. Again, I don't know any of this. I'm just kind of guessing based off what I see here. But something like that would be really cool. And then we see Divine Artifacts. So I see an anvil here. So I wonder if there's going to be some sort of crafting mechanic. Like, you can fuse a bunch of artifacts into like one better artifact, like a divine artifact. So let's say you sacrifice a full set and it gives you one random divine artifact or something. It looks like with the anvil, there may be some sort of crafting mechanic. in terms of fusing artifacts into better artifacts or something, and divine implies it would be a better version. We do currently have divine sets. It doesn't say divine sets, it says divine artifacts. So it could be a way to fuse your normal sets into divine sets, some sort of mechanic like that. But yeah, that's kind of the whole roadmap in general that has been kind of shared with the community today. And there is supposed to be an official, you know, release by the community managers on Plarium's forums, kind of going over this more in depth. This is kind of just a teaser they've thrown out to us, and I wanted to make sure and go over it with you guys as soon as possible. So definitely an exciting time to you know, get to see all this and kind of, you know, let the speculation wildfire flow, and you know, just kind of throw out a bunch of ideas on what we think some of this stuff will be. But good to know that Plarium has a long-term plan, and the game is going to be getting new content for the, you know, foreseeable future. It's not going to be dying anytime soon. So all of that is great news, and definitely let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I always love to hear your input and read what you guys say. So yeah, I will have this down in the video description. If you want to download it yourself or pull it up and take a look at it and all that, just click the link that I'll have in the video description to have this picture at your fingertips. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.